Hello everyone, my name is Raylene Jimenez and I'm a mother to a 5-year-old young boy named Micah who is diagnosed with autism. I am also a first grade public schools teacher here in Orange County, Orlando, Florida. We thank you for your time and attention today as we express to you the great need for special education training for all of our teachers here in Florida. As you may or may not know, teachers require to renew their teacher certification and to continue their professional development in a form of college credits or in-service points in an approved Florida program. It is not required, however, for teachers to obtain ESE-specific in-service points and only one college credit in teaching students with disabilities. Oftentimes, I have witnessed teachers who are nervous and hesitant to welcome a student with disabilities into their classroom because they fear what they do not understand. They're concerned they will not receive the resources, support, or supports to meet the goals of the disabled student. Universal design is not enough. Teachers need to be equipped with the methods, the strategies, and the resources developed by the specialists who work in the disability community. Studies show that schools who are implementing a school-wide model of inclusive education demonstrated larger student growth on state assessments for students with and without disabilities. Students with autism who were academically and socially included at school experienced a more positive developmental path that extended way into their adulthood. I know that I want that for my son, and I'm sure that you want that for your children as well as for all the students that we have in our schools. To successfully make an inclusive environment, Florida's children require and deserve qualified teachers and staff who are trained in special education instruction. Let's strengthen the leaders that we have in our schools who are providing the education that improves the quality of life for our students. Today, we are proposing that a bill is created that requires teachers to participate in yearly trainings on ESE instruction to create an inclusive classroom at no cost to our teachers. Thank you.
Thank you for your time today. My name is Kayla Roberts. I am 19 years old and recently graduated from high school with a standard diploma. I have physical impairment, low muscle tone, and speak slow, need more time. Access Point was created to be inclusive setting at all county schools, but I see access students are still excluded from regular classrooms. From my experience when I was in elementary school, I always wanted to attend regular classrooms, but not many teachers accepted me with the following observations. We need to set a requirement to provide all teachers with enough training resources and sharing innovative ideas to support them to get comfortable accepting more access students. Some teachers need more resources to understand ESE students. Therefore, they end up pushing students back to ESE classrooms. Not many teachers come up naturally with innovative ideas for implementing inclusive settings in the regular classrooms. Not all neighborhood schools can accept ESC students. Those students sometimes have to travel extra miles to attend a designated school, not a neighborhood school. Having all inclusive classrooms provides all students, including students with disabilities, to attend in their neighborhood school and provide equal opportunity to attend neighborhood schools.
Thank you for your powerful testimony, Kayla. Good morning, and thank you for allowing me to speak before you today. My name is Michelle Zeman, and I am an autistic adult who was diagnosed at 3 years old. I mainstreamed from a pre-kindergarten classroom, only having autistic students in my class, to a general education classroom by the time I was in first grade. However, my mainstream did not come without a price. I want you to think back to when you were in elementary school. I want you to think about the student who was bullied for being different, and I want you to think about the teacher who didn't know how to reach that child. I was that child. Oftentimes, my teachers did not understand me. They didn't understand my learning style, and as a result, I was viewed differently. I was bullied as a result. And I now work in the field of applied behavior analysis as a board-certified behavior analyst to help improve the lives of disabled people through advocating for their needs and accessing environments with age-appropriate peers. The bill that we are proposing will not only help teachers get disabled students access to an inclusive and least restrictive environment, but it will teach non-disabled students to accept and celebrate all differences. As Raylene stated, teachers are not required to gain ESC in-service points, and only a minimum of 1 semester hour in teaching students with disabilities every 6 years is required. This is inadequate. Between 2009 and 2020, the percentage of students who spent 80% or more time in a general education classroom increased from 59% to 66%. As more disabled students mainstream, and as ESC strategies evolve, this does not provide the frequency of training to properly address these students' needs in the classroom. The bill that we are proposing provides teachers with the most recent data on teaching strategies with the objective of creating the most inclusive classroom and how to socialize differences amongst all students. Like myself, students who stand out from their peers experience mental, emotional, and sometimes physical trauma. To give you guys an idea, the attempted suicide rate amongst ADHD individuals and autistic individuals with ADHD is 7 times higher than those without disabilities. This is unacceptable. This bill seeks to better prepare teachers with teaching strategies to address these individuals' learning needs and educate their neurotypical peers to understand these students' differences. You have the opportunity to reverse these alarming statistics and create a more inclusive environment for all students by enacting this legislation. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Good morning. My name is Deshaun Batiste. I am the father of an autistic child, Michael Batiste, a 9-year-old second grader in Leon County School System. Michael loves school, but he has been in an autism-contained classroom since pre-kindergarten. My goal for him, My dream for him is to be included with his peers with appropriate supports in the general education setting. You have heard from Raylene Jimenez, a citizen who is a mother that also stands before you as a representative of the concerned educators of our great state of Florida. You have heard from Kayla Roberts, a citizen with physical impairments just recently graduated from high school who now attends the University of Central Florida. You have heard from Michelle Zeman, an autistic board-certified behavior analyst who often experienced being misunderstood by her teachers due to a lack of disability training. Now here are the numbers. At 10.7%, the 2019 high school dropout rate for students with disabilities is more than double the 4.7% rate for students without disabilities. Research regarding inclusion and student achievement found that students with specific learning disabilities placed in inclusive programs at the primary and middle school levels have greater academic results and higher grades than peers in pull-out programs or exclusive environments like the one that my son attends. Promoting student engagement through inclusion in general education classrooms is critical to school completion, and the research illustrates that dropping out of school is the final stage in a cumulative process of disengagement. So it is imperative students experience success early and often while remaining engaged in school activities to realize improvements in academic performance and social skills. After graduation, students with disabilities educated in inclusive environments have a 10 percentage point more, or over 10 percentage points more likely to live independently and have competitive employment, decreasing their reliance on strained entitlement programs. Other than parents, the greatest impact and influence on the development of our youth come from teachers who are positioned to change the trajectory of our society for the better by normalizing community inclusion through the sphere of education. The research is conclusive. In order for inclusion to work, general education teachers, especially veteran teachers, need more professional development and training to understand their roles and responsibilities, lest we run the risk of hindering the progress of all students in this new paradigm. This gradual shift will take time, but it will strengthen the roots from which inclusion must grow. To this end, we restate our request to mandate 3 semester hours or the in-service or continuing education equivalent of training for teachers seeking certification or recertification in the state of Florida to specifically improve methods to create an inclusive classroom and curriculum to improve the lives of all Floridians. We have not come to you today to contribute to an echo chamber of white noise rehashing points where our union has appeared less than perfect, but as our founding fathers intended, we come as citizen legislators with the desire to move society toward a union made more perfect by the inclusion of the most statistically disadvantaged in our community. And with that, the 4 of us, on behalf of the disabled community, would like to thank you for your time and consideration of our proposal.